How much time does it take to clean out the carpet cleaner? Hi, I'm Amy, and today on A Lolly Life we are going to talk about cleaning a carpet cleaner, because everybody needs to clean their carpet cleaner. Yeah, actually it is very important to clean your carpet cleaner after you use your carpet cleaner, and there are some things that you would probably want to know that will make it significantly easier. So we're going to talk about that today. Because this is the last time I'm finished cleaning, I need to clean this out. We will pop this apart. We'll take the filter out and let's rinse them all down. You can see that it's rinsed out completely, even though there's brown stuff like this. That's not something that you have to scrub out, nor is it actually something that you probably could scrub out. But I rinsed out the hairs and any of the, loose grime, that kind of stuff. Get that completely rinsed out. You'll need to pick the hairs off. It's easiest to do it under running water, because then they just kind of rinse off of your fingers, but you'll need to pick the hairs and the grime off of the filter. Then we have our tank with the cleaner and with the clean water. Both of those have to be emptied. Both of them. You can just dump them down the sink. I suppose if you were going to use it in the next 24 to 48 hours, then leaving some of the cleaner in probably wouldn't be that big of a deal, but let's be real honest. You're not going to. You're not going to use it for months. You need to dump the cleaner out. Now we need to go and clean off the actual unit, and this is very important. Before you clean the unit off, you need to make sure that you unplug it. Can you see the hair build up in there like that? Now you can open this to help clean some of the stuff out, but it doesn't get at this. So to clean this part out, we'll need to pull this up, and then it should basically just lift out. It's hooked underneath here, and so you'll have to lift it up here and then slide it down, and then this little thing will be in the way, and so you just kind of have to manipulate it until it comes out. And then we can take this to the kitchen sink and clean out all of the hairs and other gunk that's in there. If you do not do this and you let it dry, they will pretty much never come out. You will have to perform acrobatics, and even then you may not be able to ever get it out. So you have to do this while it is wet and fresh. I got most of it, and you can see how much cleaner it is. That's nice. Now, we need to clean off this little vent. There's usually some kind of a little vent, and this one, it has it right here. They're in different locations, but there's usually a little bit of stuff on that, and you just kind of wipe it off. You don't have to do this every time. However, I do it every time because I have pets, and pets have hair, and look at that. It's just nasty. And so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna pop this little clear plastic thing off, and then we're gonna pop the little things out, and we'll go rinse them in the sink. And I do that with a standard screwdriver, and you can just kind of very gently put it underneath there, and it will just loosen it up. And then the same thing with the bottom, except for on the bottom you can't actually see very well. So I just popped that off very, very gently. If you're rough with it, I suppose you could break these off, and so you'd have to be gentle, but I will take this over to the sink and we'll rinse it. And 4 of the 5 of these will just slide right out, and you can rinse them in the sink. This middle one does not. And so that one I will actually clean by hand. If you decide that you don't want to take this apart and pull it out, then you should really clean all of these by hand. Just get in there and pull off the biggest stuff. You will not be able to get them clean, but you need to pull some of that stuff off. If you don't clean them off basically every time, it doesn't take but 2 or 3 times, and they're gunked up to the point where what you're cleaning your carpet with is worse than your carpet. Seriously, it's disgusting. In my parts bag, I actually keep a comb, and this comb I use to clean these brushes out. I will just see if I can comb out some of the stuff that is caught in there. And again, you're not gonna get these all the way clean. That is okay, but you should make a good, honest effort because you really don't want this stuff to build up. And if you leave it, it will be twice as hard to clean next time. I am going to take a cloth and I'm going to wipe out the underside down here and get any loose hairs off of there or any gunk and anywhere else on the bottom. We will take these to the kitchen sink to do the same thing. It's significantly easier at the kitchen sink because, well, the running water just helps. You can see what it looks like now, and you can see that it is not totally clean, but it is significantly better. This is the dog hair that it collected. And I vacuumed, seriously. I vacuumed before, I vacuum multiple times a week. That's what was caught in the carpet. Yuck. After I let these dry for a little bit, then I go ahead and put them back on. You do not have to let them dry all the way. Usually by the time that I get finished cleaning the little brushes, the rest of it has dripped enough that it's just damp, and that's fine. So we'll go ahead and put the carpet cleaner back together. We will put it back together in reverse order. So we'll go ahead and put these back on, and then we'll take our little thing here. Generally what I do is I turn these as I push in because it gets the bristles past the little thing. But like I'll click the top and I'll kind of turn these bristles, and then I'll start clicking the bottom. I just want to make sure that the bristles are not under, you know, didn't get bent down or something, because that will, if they dry that way, it will ruin them. We'll put this back on. It has some little things at the bottom that kind of hook on something. You have to click it into place up. And once you do that, you can click that down, and this is now on. Put your little filter back on here, and then we'll click this back together. This is important. These things are slightly damp. If you were to click this closed and leave this closed, it will mold. That is nasty. That's one of the things that this little thing is for. If you leave this open and it's just damp inside, it will not mold in there. Now obviously if you didn't spend the time to rinse it out and there's, you know, a little bit of residue in the bottom where you didn't, you know, you left an inch of water down there or something, that's not gonna work. But if it's just damp inside, and it would take a couple days of drying to put it together before it's not damp inside, you can put this back together, leave the little clip, the little thing open, and put it back together and put it away, so it's not just sitting out waiting for it to dry for several days. I left this open for the same reason. It has the little thing, so you have to leave this open so it can dry. You leave this open so it can dry, and on this one, you leave these open so that they can dry. These two knobs, they go in the bag. That is how you clean out your carpet cleaner, and that is important. Put the cord back on. Well, maybe. Put the cord back on. We're almost done with the chore. Click. There we go. And the carpet cleaner is done. The carpet cleaner episode is finished. The carpet cleaner episode is finished. See you next time.